Hi, ladies. My name is Jessica, and I just wanted to share with you about preparing for deployment and maybe just a little bit about what my family has done to prepare for deployment as we are currently in our third deployment. And so I'm just going to share a little bit about that with you. When I was asked to make this video, I thought, oh, what am I going to talk about? So I put a call out on Facebook and on my blog, and I just asked for people to share with me maybe about what they would like to hear me talk about. And so I got a lot of replies back. The majority of them were how do you tell your kids? How do you help the kids prepare? How do you help kids cope with it when they are missing their daddy? And so I thought since those were the majority of the replies that I would get back, that I would just focus this video about preparing the kids for deployment and telling them also. So I'm going to share just a little bit with you about how my family has handled that. We found out almost a year before my husband actually left to deploy, which for this time, which was a lot of notice, and our children are only 4 and 6 years old, and so I did not see the need in telling them that early on. About something that was going to be nearly a year away. And so while it was hard to keep that from them and be very careful about the things that we said in front of them, I do feel like that was the best decision for us, just because they don't understand time frames quite yet. And so we waited till about a month before my husband deployed to tell them. And leading up to that time, I tried to prepare them without actually telling them that Daddy was leaving. I would just ask them questions like, what would you think if Daddy had to go away again? Or, how would you feel if Daddy left? Just preparation leading up to actually telling them. And so I would recommend that if you are getting ready to tell your children about a deployment, I would just kind of prepare them a little bit, just to feel them out. Just ask them how they would feel about it without actually telling them. Just talk about it a little bit. And so we actually told the children, or tried to tell the children, twice. The first time that we tried to tell them, the reaction was not good. That when I told my 6-year-old, his immediate reply was, not my daddy, not again, this isn't fair. Why does my daddy have to go and not other people's daddy? And so I just knew that he wasn't ready for hearing this. And so, then we tried to talk to our little girl who was 3 at the time, and her reply was different. It was quite different than what I had anticipated, and I was not prepared to hear it. Her immediate reply to us when we said that Daddy was going to be deployed again was, is my daddy going to get killed? And I, that was very hard for me. I was not prepared to hear that, and so I just wanted to just take some more time and really just pray about it and seek guidance, because I didn't have the answers, and the children's really they really needed their hearts prepared better for it than they were at that time. So we just prayed about it a lot, and waited a little while longer, and tried again, and it was much better the second time we told them. We sat down with them and we just told them that Daddy has a very important job, and he has to protect our country and keep us safe, and that Daddy's job was going to require him to be away from home again, and that he would be away from home for a longer time than we are used to Daddy having to be gone. And they accepted it very well that time. I didn't have the anger about Daddy leaving. I didn't have the questions about Daddy being killed that time. It was just very positive for us. It was very weird because I felt the roles were reversed almost. The children were comforting us. My 6-year-old, his reaction was, I'll be the man of the house. I'm going to take care of Mommy. I'm going to step up and do more. And so, it was like he almost grew up instantly, which is hard in that self too. And our little girl just replied back with everything that her brother was saying, but I felt like they were more prepared that time, and so it went a lot smoother. Um, and from there, we just wanted to keep the lines of communication open, and we talked about it daily. I didn't want them to feel like it was something bad, and I didn't want them to feel like it was wrong to feel sad or angry or any other emotion. That I wanted them to know that it was okay, and that we can talk about it. And I just wanted them to know that, and that they were able to come to me at any time. And so we talked about it every day. We talked about how we might be feeling about it. I encouraged them to ask me questions, and they have. They've really asked a lot of questions, and they talk to me about how they're feeling, and it's been really good, and it really helped to do that for us leading up to deployment, because after Daddy leaves, it really helped to have that line of communication already open, because once Daddy leaves, it becomes a much more difficult. And talking about preparing for deployment, as deployment day got closer for us, my husband did have to leave for a few weeks for training, and so that gave the kids just a small taste of what it was going to be like while Daddy was gone, and so that helped us a little bit. But once Daddy came home, we really just focused on family time and just being together and doing things that the kids enjoyed doing, and doing things that my husband enjoyed doing. And we also, my brother, um, stayed with us during this time. He is also in the same unit as my husband and deployed with my husband as well. And so it was really great to have my family of four along with my brother, and just to have those unique times with him that we wouldn't have otherwise been able to have. And so I really enjoyed getting to do that and getting to spend that time with both of them, and just letting the kids have fun. And we just did a lot of things. We took the kids fishing, and we took them to the mountains, and we went, my husband enjoys hunting, so he took them out in the woods, and he tried to do some hunting. But if you've ever been in the woods with a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old, you know that doesn't go so well. And so, but it was just memories that of a lot of laughing, and so that's what we wanted to do. And I wanted to capture every moment, and if anybody likes to take pictures, I am the one. I had the camera everywhere we went, everything that we did. We if it was just playing in the backyard, I was taking pictures. I just wanted to record every moment, and I'm so glad I did, because I have those pictures for the kids, and they have them put up in their rooms, and they can look at them, and we talk about those moments, and we, especially in the days when we're feeling sad, we look back and we'll laugh about mommy and daddy trying to slide down the slide in their playhouse, or um, laugh at the pictures of daddy having a tea party with Madeline, and so it's really good for us to have those, especially like I said on those hard days. And so I'm really glad that we had those, and that we were able to prepare that way, just having that family time together, and just enjoying every last moment that we could before Daddy and Uncle Jeremy would have to leave. And so I think that was very good for all of us, and we just thought it was very important also to have the kids involved as much as possible in the preparation for deployment, as far as preparing my husband to leave. You know, I took them up to the reserve center, where they could meet the soldiers that their daddy was going to be living with during the deployment, and that so they could see a little bit about what daddy will be doing, and just get a close look at what goes on. And so, that helped answer a lot of their questions, because I think oftentimes we all have these images in our heads of what soldiers do, and while it is the case for some, it's not always the case for everybody, and everyone has a unique job, and so it was very good for them to be able to see what their daddy would be doing and who he would be with. And so I'm glad we were able to do that, and I encourage you, if you have that opportunity, to also do that, because it really helps the children answer those questions that they might have about what daddy does. And I also have a unique thing for you. I interviewed my children, Jackson and Madeline. Jackson is 6 and Madeline is 4. I interviewed them and just asked them what they remember about preparing for deployment and how they feel about it. And then I also interviewed my best friend, Kim, who's also a military spouse. I interviewed her children, Hunter, who is 17, and Wesley, who is 10, and asked them some questions, too, about deployment. So I want to share those videos with you now. This is Jackson, and Jackson is 6 years old, and this is his second deployment. Jackson, do you remember how you felt when Mommy and Daddy told you that Daddy was going to have to go away for Army work? Sad. Sad. Mm-hmm. Did you do anything fun with Daddy before you left? Fishing and hunting. Fishing and hunting and eating. Did you catch any fish? You did? Did you catch more than Daddy? You don't remember? Okay. Daddy's gone now, and are there times that you miss him? Mm-hmm. Yes. What do you do when you miss Daddy? Draw pictures and draw Daddy pictures and write him letters. What do you tell him when you write him letters? What do you say? I love Daddy. Thank you, Jackson.